crap radio shit, out of tune with London town. Cappy crap radio shit, chuck your radio down on the ground. All the DJs sound the same, it really is such a bore. We play lots of fucking Bruce Springsteen, all the shit and more. Bruce Springsteen radio used to be capital 184.
And the weather remaining dry with a high of 18 degrees centigrade. It's 25 in a row from Bruce Springsteen. Amazing. You just gotta see him live. And I've gotta clean all the sperm off the mixer right now. Back in a sec with the Kleenex. And if you're having problems with your unessentials, then give the Capital Trivia line a ring on 388-1288 between 9 and 5. And don't forget, plebs, that if you'd like a dose of the middle-class pretentiousness, then Sarah Board between 7 and 9 this evening. And following that, grab your brush and stay in touch with the streets with Gary Fowler. And there's subtitles for the educated with that one. And if that hasn't finished you off, then John Allen, Scott, John Schatt certainly will. This is Capital, London's Valium beat.
If you're feeling happy, you won't anymore. With smart ass stuff, you throw your breakfast up on the floor.
Capital Breakfast with Mike Myth. Good morning, glad to catch you this fine morning. Stick around for all those time checks. Our competition, John Green, going for 93 pence. And of course, regular traffic reports from Brian Wolfman in the Trying to Fly. That boring slag saying it's a Capital Breakfast. And of course, my arse being 10 times smarter than yours. It's 7:18, 18 past 7. Time you're up, you lazy bastards.
All right, it's the Benders going town. It's the best junk. And, the music's so hot. Oh, just burnt my finger, touched the record. I hope you like that little joke there. Oh, yeah, slap it on. Feels good.
Hello, good afternoon. Capital weather, high of 10 degrees. In a moment, 25 in a row from JJ Kale. First though, let's speak to our first caller. Hello, Diane.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, love. How are you?
I'm fine.
I understand you do gymnastics.
Yes.
Funny, my dog does that.
Oh, Mike, can I say hello to my husband?
Look, shut up, you boring old cow.
Thank you, Mike.
That's all right, my love. Just come round with your knickers down. I understand you like JJ Kale.
JJ who?
JJ Kale, yes. I thought you did. My favourite coming right up.
Capital weather, remaining dry and cloudy, high of 19 degrees. Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Shite with me, Duncan Johnson. This afternoon, we'll be looking at vocal inflection, and I should be paying particular attention to that. And also got the classified pulse check, and lots of nice music for you.
Grab it or I pull the stunt. Hide themselves a little cunt. Gary Fowler is his name. Incompetency is his game. On Tuesdays you can hear the git with his load of boring shit.
Yes, indeed, and this is the Tuesday Rock Club with the disc spinner, Mr. Gary Fowler, up to you. Just got arrested down in the Euston Road. The weather was fine, ideal for kicking in windows. And here is the new single from New Order. Oh, hang on a minute. Here it comes. Well, that's the new single from New Order. Don't forget, tomorrow morning on the Mike Myth Breakfast Show, Crime File, we'll be linking up with the pigs down at the yard just to see which one of you thieving tea leaves has been at it again.
From out of the depths of space he came, more than a man, more than a legend, a superhero to save the world from ruin and naughty cosmic things with tentacles. All the universe loved him. Not only was he a solid sheet of muscle and a jolly decent chap, he also had the biggest doobry in the Western world. Do come with us now, oh lucky listener, and relive some golden moment in the career of this giant amongst Omis.
Hi kids, Mr. Unbelievable here, saying tar for helping a London child and wading through all the gunge to get to this fabulous track. You know, when I heard I was being called upon to save this ailing album, I was aboard my trusty ship and had an idea.
I think we should call a meeting of the crew.
Tell you what, I'll call a meeting of the crew. I called a meeting of the crew. Okay, crew, this is our most dangerous and exacting assignment to date, etc.
We'd follow you anywhere, Captain.
Oh, why's that?
We ain't been paid yet.
Yeah, fine. Tread boldly and man your positions, men. Later on that night in my cabin, I just couldn't get to sleep. It wasn't the noise of the ship's engines. It wasn't the steady thud of meteorites on the ship's hull. And it wasn't the hum of the ship's computers. It was Carla, asking me if I was asleep yet.
You asleep yet, Captain?
No, Carla, I am not asleep yet. And how can I be with you always asking me if I'm asleep yet?
Well, someone's gotta check you're getting a good night's kip.
Oh, golly. Who is it?
Iva!
Iva who?
I've some news for you.
Oh, Luigi, come in. Sorry to interrupt, Captain, but this news just came in from Earth over the teleprinter. Okay, thanks.
Oh, goody. News from home. What does it say?
Well, most of the headlines are, of course, devoted to my current exploit with photos of me in various award-winning positions.
Oh, look down there.
Where?
The Queen's awarded you another OBE.
An OBE? Oh, drat. I was hoping for an HBE.
What's an HBE?
A hard-boiled egg. I'm starving.
On the way to Thargoidia, we can stop off at that Noshateria on the moon.
No, I don't like it.
Why?
No atmosphere.
Oh, never mind. I got some sandwiches here in my handbag.
Gee, Carla, that's a terrific handbag you got there. Do you know they use alligators to make handbags?
I know. Isn't it amazing what they can teach animals to do?
It was then I decided to blast off and end this evil-smelling bunch of antique jokes.
Oh, Captain, you're so beefy and chunky and meaty.
Carla, you make me sound like a stew. I leaned over her lustily.
Oh, Captain, I never knew it could be like this. Take me.
Carla.
Yes, Captain.
I want you for my wife.
Why? What does she want me for?
The ship sped on into the moonlight. Yes, friends, exactly a year ago, Richard Attenborough, Capital's chairman and funky person, turned on the microphone at Euston Tower for the first time and said these words.
The date is October the 16th, 1973. The time, 5 a.m.
And we've never looked back since. In fact, here's Robbie Pooh with the latest news.
The 16th of October, 1974, Robin Houston with Capital News. The first serious radio station in Britain, Capital Radio, is 1 year old today. Telegrams and messages of congratulation have been pouring into Buckingham Palace all day. The Prime Minister said, "We've never had it so good." Her Majesty the Queen's message said, "My husband and I have never had it." I'm sorry, that should read heard it. Ex-President Nixon rang from San Clemente to say he has all Capital's programs recorded on tape, except for a few missing segments. He added that he is not a crook, and anyone who says he is expletive deleted. Gerald Harper, currently in pantomime at West Hartlepool, becomes a life peer, and Robin Ray takes a knighthood. A spokesman at the BBC said earlier this morning, "We are having difficulty fitting our staff into the studios at Euston Tower. A spokesman for Capital Radio said, "We don't quite know what to do with all the space at Broadcasting House, but Michael Aspel says he can find a use for the basement." Robin Houston, Capital News, in tune with London.
Oh, well, that's another Capital News under the bridge.
Oh, good old Robbie Pooh. Yes, friends, 1 year old this week, and to celebrate, all the DJs got together for a party. Let's join them, shall we?
Capital in tune with London, Capital!
I don't believe it.
We thought you'd like to hear some of our jingles as well, and have them for yourselves forever on Disky Poo. So, here's a little selection. Forever on Disky Poo. So, here's a little selection.
Isn't it good to know? Capital! Capital Radio, in tune with London Town. Turn on the friend, you can turn on the show, you can turn on the world with Capital. 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 Capital Radio, in tune with London Town. Capital, capital, in tune with London. Capital, capital, rock on. This is Capital Radio.
And now it's time
for Gerald Harper.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gerald Harper. Robin Ray and I would like to apologize for Kenny Everett. In spite of everything we did up in the upper offices, he is now back with the breakfast show every morning. He's got Dave Cash to keep him in order, but I mean, well, for heaven's sake, a colonial. Anyway, it'll do nothing to improve your intellect, but it might make you laugh. Robin and I are better.
We'll be
with Robin Ray.
after we've heard this commercial.
Chickens occasionally have their problems, but at the moment, everything's great. Here I am in this beautiful fan-assisted oven, the heat coming on, nice potatoes for company. It's all because Seaboard are giving people at least £5 for their old electric cookers on a new one now. They really know how to keep a chicken happy.
With a £5 trade-in, it pays to shop at Seaboard now.
I'm turning brown. Look at that. Isn't it good to know? Capital.
Hello, my name is Robin Ray, and this is some of my music. It is rather posh, isn't it? I've been asked to do a promotion spot for a show on Capital Radio called The Kenyan Cash Show, but I'm afraid I don't know very much about Kenya, and even less about its financial affairs. So I've called in the help of an acquaintance of mine, Mr. Alfred Hitchcock, who I believe has heard the show. Alfred, can you tell us anything?
Yes, these are two young men, a phony American and a dwarf, who, in one fell swoop with their breakfast show, have managed to put the cough back into coffee, the ham into ham and eggs, and the corn into cornflakes. So remember, if you must switch off something, why not switch off the Kenyan Cash Show?
Yeah, I used to do Children's Hour. This was way back in the days of Uncle Mac, you know. And I was in Children's Hour, a Children's Hour serial play. And it was called Counter Spy. And there were two characters in this. There was Lieutenant Commander Gregory Vaughan of Naval Intelligence and James Rocky to You Mountain of the FBI. And I was Rocky. And every week I used to be slugged or drugged or thrown down a lift shaft. And it always ended with me saying, "This is the way, Rocky." Ah! Every week after week. And the producer brought 3 small boys into the studio one day and said, "These are Counter Spy fans, and this is Rocky." And their faces fell with a tremendous crash down to the knees. They said, "I thought he'd be ever such a big chap, you know."
How old were you then?
About 12.
Really?
Well, give or take a decade. Can I tell you the greatest thrill? The greatest thrill for me in broadcasting was to go to the club at the BBC and find that I was having a drink with the mayor of Toy Town.
You can turn on the world with Capital Radio.
And on this great day, Her Majesty is walking slowly towards the podium to deliver this announcement, wearing a beautiful gown made entirely of lettuce and cucumber with hand-embroidered shrimps. And on this grand occasion, of course, she's wearing the state vegetables. That's the sash of the Grand Order of Beef and Tomato, set off beautifully by the tiara, which I'm told is fashioned entirely out of prawn and celery squares on a background of ham and onion, crowned with a magnificent roast shoulder of pork. She pauses gracefully to dab a little HP behind each ear and mounts the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, I always get my rocks off with Capital Radio. Hooray!
Isn't it good to know? Capital.
Hello there, this is John Lennon saying hi to Capital Radio. Hope you're doing well. I hear you are.
Love is real. Hello, this is Nicky Horn, and I'd just like to say thank you for listening to the station for the last year. And for those of you that have listened to Your Mother Wouldn't Like It, all I can promise you is that in the second year we'll keep playing that naughty underground music that Kenny disapproves of.
Rubbish.
Anyway, I hope you like it, and that your mother continues not to like it. Thank you for listening.
Capital Radio, it's your good
Tonight, on Moment of Terror, the thing that went. It was horrible. Don't fail to hear the thing that at Birmingham, starring Lucretia Wobblenoggs. Here's our horror correspondent, Tommy Vance.
I'm here to tell you all about things that are utterly horrible. Not the least being something that you dislike, ripping legs off, taking heads off, doing things that are naughty to people, and leaving them with absolutely nothing but their eyes.
Tonight, on Moment of Terror on Capital, here... it's disgusting.
Funky capital, London, can you dig it? Funky capital, London, can you dig it? Funky capital, London, can you dig it?
But I went on a trip to Ireland a few years ago, and I got there before my girlfriend. And she was arriving the day after, so I got into this bar at night, and sitting opposite me at the bar, just the two of us, was myself and this priest. And we looked at each other, and time passed, and I thought, what the hell do I talk about? And I said, what was that monastery I passed between Cork and Killarney? And he said, Jesus Christ, he said, you must have racked your brains to think of that one.
Yeah, and now,
David Simons.
Ah, that's it, yes. Him.
Thank you, fan.
Don't get heavy.
No,
my brother.
No, I won't.
May I speak?
I can only say that on October the 16th, 1973, it gave me great pleasure.
And it still does.
And now, pray silence for Michael Aspel.
Many years ago, when I started broadcasting, I used to go back to my parents at the weekend, and I would say, what did you think of that? And they would say, we didn't hear it. And then I joined Capital Radio, and I said, what did you think of that?
Yes? Yes?
And the reply was,
come on, finish it.
it was quite good, really. And my father liked it too.
Capital Radio, it's your good London.
Pray silence for Red Hot Roger Scott.
I would just like to say happy birthday to us and happy birthday to you because you're all a year older as well. More? Can we have a little chorus?
I think so. So sweet.
Isn't that nice?
It's lovely, Roger.
Oh, Roger,
It
you're
was
so
that
sincere.
Nice.
It's nice to hear the old tunes again. Then
Isn't it nice?
You know, it's like
What?
Elvis Presley all over again.
Cruising.
Isn't it?
Close it up, Rog.
There.
Oh,
Bye-bye for now. See you next year.
Oh, Rog, you and your 3 o'clock thrill. You don't know what you'd do to us listeners.
And now, friends, pray silence for Baldylocks, Tony Myatt.
It's been a wonderful year on Capital Radio.
That's right.
And I hope that the next one is going to be
what?
even bigger and
Oh, probably, yes.
more beautiful.
It's Richard Attenborough, chairman.
Greetings. Greetings, my dears. Look, it's ridiculous for you all to be on your knees. Do get up, please. Thank you. Kenny, you look ridiculous on your belly.
Sorry,
up, dear, up.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, the tall ones can stay on their knees. Well, what a glorious celebration it is today. A really wonderful, wonderful day. 1 whole year of lovely soundy poos on the Capital's radio. 1 year, 12 months, 52 weeks, 365 days, 8,760 glorious hours of Capital Radio. Well, my darlings, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day and masses of celebrations. And don't forget to return the empties. Ta-ta.
Isn't it good to know